So I just saw the Nick Cannon video about him doing whiteface, whatever. And white people make things such a big deal. Excuse me, Caucasian people make things bigger than what they are. Y'all weren't mad when he was doing blackface, but yet y'all are mad when he was doing whiteface because for what? Like, it's not affecting you, it's not affecting your life, it's not affecting your job. I understand he's in the public eye, but at the same time, like, we're not that worried about it, so why should you be worried about what he's doing? And that has no effect on you. Like, I just don't get it. Like, my generation doesn't care about the N-word. They don't care about blackface, whiteface. Yes, it has historical value to it and the meaning behind it. And I understand where I come from. And I understand we did all that in school. No, like, it's in the, like, bringing up the past is not going to make it any better. Like, what does that have to do with anything today? It doesn't. Leave it in the past. That was some odd years ago. Like, my grandmother, like, I just don't get it. I just don't get what is the big deal. I understand it's demeaning, it's hurtful to a lot of older generations. However, we don't care about it. I hate to say it, we just don't. It's just not even something that would faze me right now. I'm worried about getting ready to go to college. What does that have to do with anything? I live in Georgia. I've never had any racist remarks said to me. I have never had anything quote unquote racial happen to me, and my last name is German. We are mixed with white and island and Panama. Like, I don't get it. Like, me looking how I look, curly hair, green eyes, my mom's dark skin, nice hair. They sent us, like, the people who owned us sent us a family reunion invitation from Germany because they didn't know that we were black. Like, so what, if they didn't care, why does everybody else care? I just don't get it. It's just not that big of a deal. Nick Cannon wasn't wrong for anything he did. He's always done weird stuff like that. That's just him. Like, what? Like, Obama didn't do it, okay? What does this have to, why is everybody so concerned about what the next person is doing? That's the problem. Everybody's concerned about what everybody else is doing. You need to mind your own business. He has nothing to do with you. He makes his money. Y'all just giving him nothing but more publicity as to whatever he was doing or what his motive was behind doing it. Like, white people make fun of black people all the time. I'm pretty sure that you don't just sit around and say, hey, hun, look at those Negroes on TV. I know you don't say that. Sorry. Yes, black people do some outrageous things sometimes, but you can't fault a whole race as to one person or the next person. Like, that's the problem. Like, people sitting over here, well, your grandfather, oh, my grandfather, well, whoop-de-doo. What does that have to do with you now? That was some odd years ago. Don't fault the next person for somebody else's mistakes or your ancestors. Yes, black people are always going to bring that up because why? It's a part of history. It happened. We have to deal with it. I'm not slave. I'm not a slave right now. I understand some of my ancestors went through that, but at the same time, some of my ancestors are white. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get why everybody's just so upset. Like, it's not that serious. Like, people just blow things up out of proportion, and it's just like, why? Like, what does that have to do with you? Is that stopping your money? Is that stopping you from being happy? Are you just that concerned about it? If that's your job to be concerned about it, then do your job. Go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you. But at the same time, like, why are you mad? Like, for what? Like, for what? Like, oh my gosh. Like, I just don't get it. Like, people are just so ignorant, and some people don't know that you're not supposed to do that. Some people do, and some people still choose to do it. But that's just them. Let them be them. If you know better, don't do it. Like, I don't get why everybody's mad. Me personally, would I do that? No, because that is offensive. That's racist. Everybody's not going to take it well. And everybody's not going to take anything and everything you do well. However, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. Like, I don't get it. I just don't. It's not going to stop me from getting ready to go to school. It's not going to stop me from graduating. It's not going to stop me from going to prom. It's not going to stop me from being happy and living my life and flourishing into the young woman that I'm supposed to be. I just don't get it. it was not that serious. Like, y'all sit over there and do blackface and Julianne Hough or whatever she did, which that was just stupid. But y'all act like she just put on the darkest makeup she could find, that she put on some bronzer. It was not that serious. Tan white people all the times. Whatever. Y'all just act like she just, yeah, what she did was wrong, and you turn around and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. She's blackface. And then when a black person does it, oh, ha ha ha. Like, I just don't get it. That was just, both parties, just people who, I don't get it. I don't even care at this point. Because it's not about, people didn't personally affect anybody. Yeah, you're going to be offended. So what? Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. It's not that serious. Like,